Right, when we jump up into larger species, it's going to require larger tippet for a big variety of reasons. One, fish strength, obviously. The other is just fly size and castability. We need a stiffer leader to properly turn over a large weighted fly. In the scientific anglers tippet world, once they start rating these things by a pound test, they are no longer considered trout tippet like this one I reviewed on a different video. Trout tippet is designed to be supple, flexible, and allow your fly to wander in drift and current. The stuff that they just call tippet, where the trout name trout is not in the title, this is stiff. It's meant to turn over heavy flies. It's abrasion resistant. It's strong. It's easy to tie, doesn't tangle, and doesn't get kinked up or coiled up. So once you jump up to 25 or 30 pounds, I think it is, they start to put it on larger drums like this so that we don't get a lot of coiling or memory in it. So I'm going to share with you just general information about this. We sell both fluorocarbon shock, which I would use in clear water, say clear water inshore situations where I'm out in the open. Maybe I'm casting at tarpon in very open, clear water. Maybe I'm casting at blue water species where the water is very, very clear. Fluorocarbon's a little bit more expensive. It doesn't tend to knot quite as well as the nylon stuff that I have right here, which is a lot less expensive. I use this in tea-colored water, brackish water, anything where the water's a little bit off color or I'm not worried about tippet visibility. It knots a little bit better, and again, it's less expensive. So the knots I'm going to use with this, if I am tying on, say, a large trout streamer or a steelhead fly or a crab pattern for permit, and you can see the remnants of a knot that's on there, I'm going to tie a non-slip mono loop with 20 to 30 pound test. And I did another video on a non-slip mono loop. Check out our channel, check that out. It tends to tie better than the other knot. Once I jump up and I get into like 60 pound test and I may be fishing for tarpon, roosterfish, trevally, snook, whatever, you name it, I'm going to tie a different knot, and I've seen it live by a couple different names, and I welcome corrections or title naming in the comments, or not naming in the comments, but I've seen other videos do this and call it a Homer Rhodes loop knot, and I've seen a video by Steve Huff that offers up a variant of the knot that I'm going to tie. But I'm just going to call it the Homer Rhodes loop knot for what it's worth. And you guys can comment and correct me if you see fit. But I'm going to tie that knot in a different video. Regarding this heavy stuff, this line is very, very stiff. The way this essay is packaged, it's designed to be able for me to get that leader out of there like this, put this case back on so that it doesn't make a huge bird's nest in my kit bag. I can snap that back on, and I can still pull this line right through that crack just like this right there. I can put it on my hand like this, pull some out, cut it, so on and so forth. But I found this stuff so far to be very consistent, easy to work with, really like the material. When it comes to splicing this, there are a variety of different ways to splice this. I'll be perfectly honest with you, I tend to find the double uni knot to be very quick and very practical when I'm splicing in leader repairs out on the deck of the boat, on the flats. There's lots of different knots to build tarpon-specific leaders or species-specific leaders, but if I just need to repair a piece of leader, I use a double uni knot. I tend to find that it is very easy to tie to 100% perfection. A blood knot can also work quite well, but my double unis tend to be a little bit neater and tidier. You can also use a double nail, but I'm going to tie a double uni knot on a different video, and then I'm going to do a Homer Rhodes loop knot, because I think those are the two knots that you absolutely have to know when you're tying and working with this heavier shock type tippet for saltwater species.